Get here. Oh dear. I was editing my video, Dino. I think you've dropped your sword. Yes, you fly off. Oh. Oh dear. Dino!
Dino's in trouble.
Dino! When did you do this? Dino!
You kidding?
What
Dean
is it?
will pop
Is it a
on.
crafting table?
Yeah, in my office that I've spent ages creating. I was editing my video, right? Editing, just nicely editing away, and then I heard block placements. And then I just saw basically a wall of orange. I forgot to hit record at that moment. And then I just went and chased Dino. I managed to... Well, I wasn't going to actually attack him at first, but then he decided to start firing arrows at me. So I fired back and I caused him to burn a totem. And then, yeah... Dino.
You kidding? Dean will pop on for 20 minutes and do stuff that some of us can't do in 3 hours.
Yeah. I mean, all he did was 64 crafting tables. No, it's fine. I've already got like I've already got like 5 stacks from when you did the floor.
I also have crafting tables all over my base, and do you know what? So I've got pumpkins around with pickles on top.
Yeah, but
And, thing decoration. And there's a baby crafting table on a pickle.
Oh, you're at the base right now, Angel?
Yeah.
Good luck getting into your house.
The floor I've got.
Ducks did it.
The floor I've got now is prettier, I think. Yes. Right. I just need to go. Oh wait, I've got lava in my moss farm, so I can just go and burn all the crafting tables there.
Blasphemy. Kelly Becky says.
Angel, would you like to come see what I've been working on?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm also just going to burn these 2 pumpkins that happen to be in my inventory as well. Oh dear. There we go. There we go. I've got somewhere in my base. There is a deep slate emerald ore, and I can't find it. I put it somewhere safe, and now it's too safe. No, you can't, because it's for my display. And I knew I should have. I knew I should have just put it where I wanted to put it straight away when Mitch gave it to me. So now I've just got to search all of the boxes in my base to try and find it. I wonder I actually did put it over here. Oh, I found an Easter egg.
Oh, nice.
Timmy was looking around, looking around my base for them, and I've just found it. Do you know there's an angel AFK that needs some pumpkins around her?
Pumpkins, obsidian.
Front of my base. Where near where you died. Well, post-mortemed.
Uh-oh, crap.
Oh. Satan's back.
Oh man, I got so excited.
Oh.
Gary's ready.
Yeah, so come up the hill here, Angel, so you can see the base. Yeah, look at the.
Yeah,
I've got a lovely bit of a roof now on there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been watching any of the Misadventure stuff yet. If you go, sorry, this way. This feels like the Crystal Maze still, but I honestly, I have actually sorted out. I have actually sorted out access now.
Whoa.
This is my office.
Is it? Wow, this is gorgeous.
This can
Is
go.
Nythe showing you the massive desk?
I found-
displayed eyes on the massive desk.
I found an Easter egg.
It's a bigger.
I found an
Did
Easter
you?
egg.
No way. Where?
It was near where I got my villagers.
Aw. I should go have a look for my Easter eggs.
Why no entrance to fish?
So cute.
No, you don't.
Don't let him in with your fish.
So
Kill your fish.
Why
so
not?
the
Kill them.
so
Eat them for
so
breakfast.
all the fish, the three fish have got names. The clownfish
Okay.
is Pennywise.
Cute.
The angelfish is called Barnacle,
Nice.
and the blue one is called Sea Pickle.
Cute.
Yep. So this is my
Beautiful.
and I've gone with so yeah, I've got
It's true.
this area, and I've kind of deliberately not just overwhelmed it with lots of stuff and things, because I just think it's nice being like sort of open and
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's nice.
so yeah.
I hear it's hungry.
Yeah, if have you got free cam on?
No. Oh, yes I do. Yes I do.
Just go and have a look slightly in the
Oh,
crevice.
Your crevice is chocker. That needs a good clearing out. That does.
Yeah, that's that's a future Nythe problem. That is.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cute.
But yeah, I just need to get some flowering azalea leaves to pop around and things like that, and that. But the trouble is I can't leave now because Dino's in here, and I just know that it's going to be up to stuff. There appears to have been a theft, and in its place, a cod head has been left. And I think I know who this thief is. Dux had set up a little event to search for little Easter eggs. And, well, I managed to find one in my base. And I put it nicely here on my desk, not realising that this was, in fact, a free-for-all. And people were able to take them. And I logged in. It was definitely there when I logged in earlier. And then I spotted Dino on my roof of this wonderful new building that I've got. And then I came back later on and it had gone. I am absolutely devastated, but I've got to try and find this. And it was my own teammate as well. One of my fellow Lord of Lag people took my Easter egg and replaced it with this. So I've got to try and figure that out. But I suppose I better do my proper intro and say, hey there everyone, and welcome back to KarotKraft. I am Nythe, and this is episode number 31. And we are here following the war, the special war episode that you would have seen. And I've got some things that I want to do. Namely, Angel came along to my base a few days ago, or maybe it was a couple of weeks ago now. I can't remember. Time flies. Time is flying this year. It's already April. We're nearly coming up to May. By the way, it's my birthday, May. And, well, she mentioned something about what am I going to do with my iron farm? And she's right. It is a bit ugly, isn't it? It's just sort of sat there, and it's been sat there pretty much since week 1. And, well, I think it's time I did something with it. And as you can see, I have marked something out. I am also contemplating reducing the size of the island that we've got here to allow sort of like bigger boats that would potentially go through. And I might make this more of a cliff and have a nice bridge going along there. So in today's episode, other than trying to find that egg, I am going to construct some sort of tower or lighthouse maybe around this iron farm just to conceal it a little bit and tie it in nicely with my area. So without further ado, I suppose I better get this. Did I just see a red name? I swear I saw a red name. Wait, was it my own red name? No. Did I see? I did see a red name. Hello, Dodge. What are you doing down here? Trying to hide?
Nothing.
Trying to hide, are we? I saw a red name there, and I'm just like, I thought, was it my own red name that I saw, and then I just saw it again. What were you trying to do? Sneak up on me, or?
I was just seeing what you were doing.
I'm recording an intro for my episode for episode 31.
I know. I was listening. I followed you from inside there.
Oh, God, you were inside, were you? You had me being all dramatic about the COD thing then, and the thing there. So okay, but now I'm gonna build a lighthouse because apparently, as Angel said,
Bit of a need for a good lighthouse.
Oh, thanks.
Was it you that took my Easter egg?
Nope.
Can I have that Easter egg, please? Please.
What do you want for it? This is a special Easter egg.
Why is it a special Easter egg?
Because it's non-stackable.
Oh. I will give you all of the contents in this shulker box. But you have to agree to make the trade before you look in the shulker box.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, there you
That's fine. I got an extra shulker box plus 70 more heads.
You got 70 more head. What? You got more? How many Easter eggs have you? How many Easter eggs did you do? 100.
164, I think.
Ah.
No, I would.
How many times did he kill
I would-
himself?
Like 300 and some.
Jeez.
No, I took full advantage of the amendment rules this morning.
Oh, you went and stole people's eggs that had already been found and stuff.
Oh, I went and stalked somebody and found their
Are you
area.
are you going to take your shulker box with all this stuff in it?
Yeah, why not?
You get some pale hanging moss out of it.
Cool beans. Well, I will leave you to it now. Have fun.
Well, that was a fun visit. Right, let's get on to building this thing. As you can see, I have gone around and made this sort of shape. These are going to be pillars. And as I was saying to Dodge, it's going to be a lighthouse. And these are going to be turned into pillars. And then this is going to be the sort of sides of it. I might come along and double some of these up a little bit. I'm just really trying to figure out how I'm going to sort of do this right now and get that all done. I might come along and do this. I'm probably making a mistake filling this in now because I'm going to struggle to figure out where I was going to put the pillars. So I'm just going to do that like that. And it's getting dark. But yes, we shall see what we come up with regards to this build, starting with the pillars. Enjoying this video? Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to be notified as to when I post videos. Also leave a comment down below to tell me what you think of the video. I'm really enjoying making this, so thank you. All of the pillars are now up and ready to go, and I am still just trying to figure out what I'm going to do sort of in between them. I am very tempted to do something like this where it will come through here and maybe onto there as a sort of archway type thing. But I'm not entirely sure yet. In fact, actually, I think that wants to be a little bit higher there. And I think then we can bring this like this. But I'm going to try and figure out how I'm going to do this and come in. But I do have some calcite for this because I think what I'm going to do is kind of tie in nicely with the sort of iron aspect of this. So I'm going to come in and just get up there and we can have a quick look and see what this will look like. So I think this is going to go right the way up to the tippity top for that. So I'm going to come in and maybe bring in a bit more of this tuff, in a bit of this like so. And then we're also going to come in and sort of bring it in too deep here. So we've got a nice sort of deep foundation for it. And then we can like add a bit of texturing and whatnot to that. So I think if I go something like this and do this over here, and then a bit of this, and like that. So having this gap here then will allow this to go through, and then I can come along and just strip these as I place them. Put one there, and then we shall do trim of this. Do I have some polished stuff? Yes, I do. Get some polished stuff in like this. Just see what that looks like. Oh, actually, I do quite like that. Just sort of adds a bit of a nice trim to it. I might come along here and put in a bit of fences, and then I can come along, not fences, walls, and do that. And then I can come along and bring in some of this calcite, just as a bit more of an accent, a bit sparingly, because calcite's just a little bit harder to get. Might bring in this here and come along here like this, and then we have got that going, and that shouldn't spawn anything there. No, there we go. And I think actually if I come along and we place some of these as slabs, that will stop stuff from spawning there. And I think I just need to go back up here. I'm not sure. Let's just have a quick look over here and just see what we've got going on now. I think that will look quite cool. Sort of gives it still a bit of a shape. Yes, definitely. And then I might even come in along here and actually sort of make this a bit of a window. And this should, bring in this trim here, work nicely. And then I can just come along. There we go. In fact, actually, I think what I can do here is, instead of the slabs, although a slab here might be nice, I could just do this instead. Like that. And then maybe actually we don't need this one. There. Just for now. So I'm gonna continue off with this and sort of bring this into the mix, and we can find out what happens once I've got all of that done. I have completed the sides of this build, and I think it is looking absolutely amazing. And I can't wait to figure out what it is that I'm going to do to finish up this build. I think it could do with being a little bit taller. I know it's quite tall, and it's potentially going to be the tallest building that I've ever built. But if we check out some different vantage points, we can see that it looks quite nice coming from there. It's not obscuring the view of the warehouse, and it's kind of a nice sort of standalone build, but it will tie in nicely with the overall aesthetics. And if I come and have a look inside the factory, we shall see exactly just what I am talking about. So we can see from here, it's sort of just there, and it's not causing too much of an obstruction of the view. And we've got a nice sort of scenery there. So I think it can go up a little bit taller. For example, if I look in this corner, you can't quite see it there. So I think maybe a few more blocks up and it will look fine. And what I think I'm going to do is come along with some blackstone here over the sort of outer edge of this and sort of scale it up just a little teeny tiny bit, so that we've got it looking good. And I'm just going to come in here and show you what I mean for that. And I think that I can get away with doing this, because now we're high enough up that it's not going to affect the spawning. And I think if I come in here and just layer this up, I'm just going to get this like so. We are going to be looking good. So I'm going to come in and sort of figure this out, and we shall come back once I have got this sort of area all built up with the slabs and everything. The first subroof is what I want to call it in place. I kind of wanted it to be a bit more curved, but I figured that it's probably just going to be slightly easier to do it like this and kind of give it a bit of relief. And we've got that there. And then what I'm going to do on here is do more pillars in the same sort of style that we did down there for the supporting pillars, because I thought that would look quite nice. And that's going to probably go up another. I'm gonna take a look and see what it's like with to the point over there on these, but I am gonna see what it's gonna look like first before I really properly commit. I'm actually tempted to see if I could maybe bring that there instead and have sort of 4 of the big pillars on that side and then some of the smaller pillars on this side, and just keep that there. I've literally just thought of that now as I was seeing this, so we'll see how that looks. I have ended up completing the second part of the tower. I think it's come out really nicely. If we look here, we've got sort of this thing going up there. I did just increase it by about 4 blocks compared to the other one, and I think that's worked out really well. Maybe 3 blocks actually. Yeah, 3 blocks compared to the other one, and I think that has worked out really nicely. I might come along and, I don't know, give it a bit of something up at the top. I don't know, because I've run out of calcite, unfortunately. I literally just had enough calcite for the 4 walls that go around the side there, but I really like the sort of white pop compared to the sort of rustic sort of, or what's the word, distressed look of the pale oak and acacia. So I am liking how that has turned out, and I think I'm actually going to end up making another section, or I might even just make this go up one more so it's got 2 of the sort of frog-like sections there, because I think it just needs just a teeny bit more height on this section of it for it to look absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to come along and sort of figure out what I'm going to do sort of as a sort of more centerpiece sort of tower, and also see about increasing the size of it just a little bit as well. But I will need some more calcite, so I'm going to have to try and find some of that stuff. I have been busy. We are quite high up now, and if we go down here, as you can see, I have made a little staircase to go around at this middle section that we've got here, and we can see out as we go along. I'm just deciding what I'm going to do, whether or not I'm going to keep this part open, maybe put some fences in. Actually, that's a good idea. I've been trying to figure out what I wanted to do here, and I think some fences along here, if I got some pale oak, that would go nicely. But I did create some bubble columns to come around the sides here so that there is a way up onto the thing. Obviously, this is going to take you into this sort of area, but this is like the main one where you then go up to the stairs. So I might do some little interesting things in here. But if we go all the way down, this is the level that we left off at a moment before. And as you can see, I have been busy. I didn't record doing this part because this has been a bit more fiddly than everything else. So I've just sort of come in and really focused on it, but I really like the way this is looking. And if we look at it from a couple of different vantage points, I think it creates a really interesting shape, and I really do like that. We've kind of got this tower that goes right up to the sky, and it sort of bends it, well, not bends in, but it sort of filters in nicely and goes up there. And then at the top we've got sort of the thing where I'm going to build like a sort of lighthouse room type thing, and if we keep going up here we can start seeing the various different sides of it, and I actually really do like how this is turning out. I'm going to go back up to here and see what we can do, and maybe bring in something like this for that. Oh, I'm stuck here. There we go. And let's do this. We've run out, but I am actually really liking that. Actually, I think it kind of just adds a little bit, and I might come in and sort of hang in some lanterns. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to do some sort of the finishing touches. I have completed the lighthouse, and I've actually added a beacon beam to it. Well, 4 beacon beams to be precise. I've done exactly the same that I've done there. So I've got coverage coming right into this bay for the beacons, and I am really happy with how this turned out. I think I am going to add something just a little bit more to the top, maybe some sort of crystal or something like that, but we can come along here and head on up, and I've created these bubble elevators to get us right the way up to the top. If we go up here, we can get up here, and I wanted the sort of speed boost so that we could get up here nice and quickly, because I've gotten so used to speed boost now it feels weird when I don't have it. And up here we've got this sort of area like so, and I think I am going to build maybe some sort of floating crystal or something like that up at the top, but I've got to figure that out. But if we come back down, we can sort of see the different sections. We've got this sort of lovely core area here with the lights and everything going down with the polished blackstone and blackstone slabs to give us a lovely footway. Then we've got these sort of pillar things that have the bubble columns in for us to get through, and I've got these sort of glass things coming around the sides there. I don't want to go on that side, and it's kind of like a really old rickety sort of feeling to it. And then if we head on back down to the next level, we've got just again this sort of structure going. It is in here, as you can see, the iron. I've got to come in and maybe figure something out for that, although I don't think many people will come and see this area all that much. But this is where I put the beacon so that it kind of covers the whole island area up, and then we can come back down here and land nicely there. And just take a look at that. That I think is amazing, and I am thinking that I'm going to come along and do some sort of similar design type things for the other beacon beams and sort of make them look like they're meant to be there rather than just sticking out of the ground. And I'm really liking that. I'm going to actually click this into shaders because I really want to see how this looks with shaders. Oh, I think this has to be one of my best builds. I absolutely adore this build. There's a scale to it, and it's finally hiding my iron farm, which is nice. But there's just a scale to it that I think adds so much depth to this area. I know that was the biggest building at the particular moment, but now that I've got this, I kind of don't know really how to describe it, but I really like the sort of ice eye line. I do think it definitely needs something up at the top. I think it just needs like a sort of a point more. I just think it needs more of a point up at the top. But we get so many good vantages from this build coming along here. And I think, well, let's see what's like on this side. Yes. I just need to come along and do a bit of terraforming of the island that it's on. And I'm going to shrink the island a little bit as well. So I might go and do that on stream. I know I keep saying that I'm going to do stuff on stream and then I never stream. But I kind of end up getting into these sort of building things and I want to save them for videos. With the shaders is amazing. I can't wait to do a tour of this area. But look at that there. Let's go into... Oh, yes. This just adds so much to this area. I'm going to take the screenshot. This is going to be my thumbnail. Well, this is all I've got time for today's episode. I am really happy with how this has turned out. And I put a lot of effort into this. So I do hope that if you did like this video, you'd consider clicking that like button as well as subscribing to the channel to be notified as to when I post videos. Also, leave a comment down below to let me know what you thought of this episode. I love this area in shaders. It's amazing. This is kind of like what I really wanted it to sort of look like, have this sort of effect. So what I will say is, until next time, I'll see you later.